Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before you move on, a pause. Not because this video is loud, not because it demands attention, but because something inside you already felt this moment coming. There are calls in life you can ignore, messages you scroll past, voices that fade with time. But this call is different. It doesn't shout. It doesn't rush you. It doesn't force itself into your life. It waits, quietly. You may not know when it started. You just know the feeling. That subtle pull in your chest. That restlessness that doesn't leave. That sense that something is missing. Even when everything seems fine, you tried to stay busy. You distracted yourself. You told yourself it would pass. But it didn't. Because this is not noise. This is a call that reaches you. When achievement stops satisfying, when comfort feels empty, when silence feels heavier than sound. If this message reached you now, understand this carefully. It is not coincidence. Allah does not call hearts that are completely closed. He calls hearts that are still alive, still aware, still capable of returning. You may feel like you're doing enough, like you're managing life well, like you'll deal with spiritual things later, but Allah's call doesn't wait for life to slow down. It comes right in the middle of your routine, right in the middle of your plans, right in the middle of your distractions, not to overwhelm you, but to remind you that your heart was created for more than survival. This is not a warning. It is not fear. It is mercy. A call that doesn't demand perfection, only attention. And this is only the beginning. This call keeps coming back because it is not coming from outside you. It is rising from within. You can ignore notifications. You can mute voices. You can scroll past reminders. But you cannot silence what Allah placed inside the heart. That pull you feel, it's not guilt. It's not weakness. It's not confusion. It's remembrance. Your heart remembers something. Your routine tries to forget that it was created to know Allah, to return to Him, to rest with Him. This is why the call grows louder when life becomes comfortable. Because comfort without connection eventually feels empty. You may have stability, success, structure, but the heart still asks, is this all? And Allah answers that question with a call. Not sudden, not dramatic, persistent. You feel it at night when distractions fade. You feel it in moments of stillness you didn't plan for. That's not coincidence. Allah calls when the heart is ready, not when life is perfect. And the reason this call feels impossible to ignore is because ignoring it creates distance. Distance from peace, distance from meaning, distance from yourself. Allah does not call to burden you. He calls to bring you back. Back from burnout, back from distraction, back from living on autopilot. This call does not demand that you change everything at once. It asks for one thing: honesty. Honesty about what your heart needs. Honesty about what you've been avoiding. Honesty about what you know, but haven't acted on yet. Because guidance begins the moment you stop pretending you don't hear the call. And once you acknowledge it, everything starts to shift. But this is still not the end. When you finally stop resisting this call, something inside you relaxes. Not because all your problems disappear, not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because your heart returns to where it was always meant to be. Answering Allah's call does not mean leaving your life behind. It does not mean abandoning responsibilities. It does not mean becoming perfect overnight. It means realigning. You begin to live the same life, but with a different center. You still work, you still plan, you still move forward. But now your heart is no longer wandering. When you answer this call, you stop feeling empty in busy moments. You stop feeling lost in quiet ones. You begin to understand that peace was never missing from your life. It was misplaced. Placed in achievements, placed in approval, placed in control. And Allah gently takes those things away, one by one, until the heart remembers where peace truly belongs. With Him. Answering Allah's call does not take anything from you that you truly need. It gives you clarity. It gives you grounding. It gives you direction without panic. You start praying differently, not out of habit, but out of need. You start waiting differently, not with anxiety, but with trust. You start seeing delays differently, not as rejection, but as protection. This call was never meant to interrupt your life. It was meant to save it from emptiness. And the reason you could not ignore it is because Allah knows your heart still wants Him. That desire to return, that pull you feel, that restlessness, it is not weakness, it is mercy. So don't silence it, don't delay it, don't promise yourself later. Even one step toward Allah changes everything. Because when you answer Allah's call, you don't lose yourself. You finally find yourself.